English here at Birkdale. And I just want to say really, it's a lovely subject to do. If you like learning about people and you love reading, just like with GCSE English literature, there are books that we read and we study and we spend a lot of time talking about them and writing about them. So I would say at this point, if you don't like reading, it's genuinely not the course for you. However, if you do, we think you will really enjoy it and benefit a lot from it. In a nutshell, we study the AQA course. There are 3 components really. The first one is tragedy, which is an exam. We study Othello, Tess of the D'Urbervilles and Death of a Salesman, usually, although it sometimes changes. And we have a lot of fun looking at how characters take their journey towards death. And we enjoy looking at how great ones fall and how societies can cause those who are weaker subjects to suffer too. We also study crime writing. It's a sort of a newer genre, but we do look at some older texts that don't traditionally fit that genre, but it's really interesting to look at them through that particular lens. So we currently study Hamlet, looking at the extent to which Hamlet is a successful detective, and we do Kate Atkinson's When Will There Be Good News, and either a selection of poetry or the Rime of the Ancient Mariner to see whether the justice he was given for shooting the albatross, apologies for the spoiler, is justice that we can accept and feel happy with. So there's lots of discussion that goes on. A lot of the texts deal with all elements of human existence, so we do find it's very wide-ranging in terms of discussions. Obviously, we work hard on writing essays. You'll have the opportunity to do your own research as well for our non-exam assessment. And for that, we study a critical anthology. So you look at different ways of approaching literature. There's feminism and Marxism, eco-criticism, narrative structure, post-colonial writing, and literary value in the canon. So what makes good literature? Can a poem have too much swearing in it? That sort of thing. And you can choose your own texts if you wish. We will support you in that if you lack a little bit of confidence. But there is freedom in that course to explore how you want to. As a course, as a subject that we teach, we really enjoy it. It's fantastic working with all the students that we have in fairly small groups, and we are we do get to know each other well. I think it's important if you take this subject that you're prepared to do talking and listen to each other as well. Our students go on to do all sorts of different subjects, and there is a list of them here. But I think as a course it does prepare people really well for just being a human and for going into lots of different jobs that require some analytical thinking and great writing skills. But here's some students who can tell you themselves about how the course is.
Hello, my name's Declan, and I chose to study English literature at A-level because of the variety that the subject provides. You study 6 texts primarily, which span both the genres of crime and tragedy, and this variety in the genres means that you can study a whole range of different ideas and principles and apply that to society today, which is something I find particularly interesting. You also get to do a piece of coursework on a novel and poetry anthology of your choice, which again I've thoroughly enjoyed because I like to do a lot of personal reading, and that's given me the chance to explore the novels that I read in my spare time in more depth, which again I thoroughly enjoyed doing.
I chose to study English literature because of the skills that it gives you. So not only do you get to study the literature, which is really interesting, really fun, but the essay writing skills really help in all of your other subjects. So I take French and you do literature in that as well. And honestly, compared to my classmates that haven't taken English literature, I just have a massive advantage because you learn to analyse texts and your skill at writing improves and helps in your personal statement when you're applying to university. So I think it's a really impressive subject to have listed in your qualifications, and it helps a lot.
My name's Phoenix, I take English literature, and one of the reasons I chose it is because of the freedom that it offers. For example, I take economics, and there's a lot of essay writing in economics, and the skills that you learn in English are transferable to economics, but they're also equally transferable to other options, such as like modern languages, as well as this, the freedom of your NEA. I also enjoy because you get to choose any book that you enjoy or any poem. If you enjoy reading, which I do, it just enhances that at home, and you can look into books that you enjoy like in further detail.
Hi, my name's Sasha. I take English Lit. I think firstly, being a new student, I think English has been really great because it's such a close-knit, discussion-based class, so it really feels less like an obligation, more like a family. It's a really supportive environment, and I feel like the skills you learn are really transferable. In particular, I want to study law, so I find English really fascinating because you can focus on the really tiny details, which I think is just so important in the rest of our life.